think we are live. Hello everyone, welcome to a Cities Skylines build. It has been at least over a year since I've done one of these, so I'm actually pretty excited to do this. The game got a new DLC, which is really fascinating. After all this time, they're finally deciding to put in a DLC. But yeah, we're back in Kirbyville. As you can see on your screen, it's grown a little bit. Really quickly, let's get some background music on here so we can play and chill. The game is still a little bit laggy. That's to be expected though, honestly. But yeah, after all this time, we're still here, we're still kicking. Still got beautiful sunsets. Nice big town. So last time we were doing this, we were actually building this area here, Redwood Hills, and I'm not gonna lie, it's ugly. This is like really ugly, and I'm gonna just completely gut it, or at least this half area right here, and just redo it because this is ugly as I'll ever get. I was just kind of filling up the space as best I could, and it's well overdone for what it needs. So we're gonna fix that today. Another thing, of course, is the big one, the Racetrack DLC, Race Day DLC, whatever it's called. Now, we already have a racetrack here, but unfortunately, this was built a while ago, so everything just is not right. The roads are gone, the gravel is gone, the lights, I think, no, the lights are still here, but you can kind of see, there's roads and stuff like that out here, but they just don't make sense. So we're going to finish this track. Yeah, you can see there's what I thought was going to be pit road here. I mean, we're going to redo this. We're going to make it right. We're going to make it good. We got plenty of space right here for a racetrack, and we've even got some hills up here which we might tap into. So yeah, we're gonna redo this racetrack and make it right. And do it right. I'm excited about that one. This whole area just kind of needs to be redone. It's just really ugly. Doesn't look right. Doesn't seem right. All the traffic's just going up here anyways, so we'll figure it out. But first, let's give you a tour. Ooh, voice crack. Let's give you a little tour and see what's changed. Obviously, nothing is different with the downtown area. It's kind of being untouched and just going to be a cool little area that we keep untouched and unburdened. As we move over to the airport, we might mess around with this airport too. The runway is extremely short and unrealistic. The cargo terminal is just creating traffic and not helping, and nobody's flying. Okay, maybe not. I guess people are beginning to fly now? I don't know. That's not what it said a minute ago. Infinite money isn't right. That's not supposed to be on. So if you'll give me 2 minutes, I'm going to have to reload the game. All right. Give it a second to load. Everything looks good. All right. Welcome back to Cities Skylines. It's been over a year since I've played this game. So a lot's changed with it, but the city's been growing continuously and steadily. Uh, you'll probably notice from the thumbnail that the city looks completely unrecognizable, and that's because we just kept expanding every opportunity we could get. So we have a brand new section over here. Where'd it go? It's called Holly Park. We have Rocky Hills Park, we have Almady Apartments, we have Victoria Heights around there, and then we have Sheffield Hills over here. This all came from this little opportunity zone we had, just a bunch of open land. We had a farm here, but obviously we've expanded and moved on from that. Our ore industry area has also grown a little bit. As you can tell, we are running out of ore in this area, but the industry is still strong, so we're just keeping it as best we can. Still a few running very well. Next up is, what else is new? This whole area, this was an industrial park. Completely gutted it and put in some actual real parks now. So we have giant industry areas like the petroleum refinery, small warehouses, it's made for traffic, but you know, that's to be expected. Lots of oil production in this area as well. Even though we don't have any natural oil in this city at all, we're still producing a good amount of oil and selling it for a good amount of profit. That's just because we have all of these resources at our disposal. We're importing the raw oil, refining it into plastics, or what's the other thing? Plastics and metals and petroleum. That's my mistake. Plastics and petroleum. And then we're combining it with our metal production that's on the other side of town that we just looked at, and we're putting it into the jewelry fuel, I like to call it. The money makers. But as you can see, it's a heavily industrial area, lots of noise that comes from it. That's why it's kind of on its own. It's got its own train cargo port as well, and a bunch of facilities full of nothing but storage. City Site Service W was right next to it. Had bunch of stuff. It was a pretty nasty looking area, so we redid it a little bit, and it looks a little bit better now. We even got a disaster response area and a prison over here because we were running out of jail space. And we redid our garbage as well. One thing that this city actually is, well, a surprising change for me, at least, was that they completely got rid of the post office sorting facility. If I can find out where I had one of those, right over here. They just completely removed it from the game, so any ones that you had down just became industrial. I don't know why they did this. I didn't even notice this, but then all of a sudden, all of my facilities were gone. This area is also nasty. Not a good look, but it's sufficient for now. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of open space here. We might do something with it. We might not. We'll see. But again, today's objective is to simply just redo the Redwood Hills and make it just look nicer. It's pretty disgusting looking. And to put in a racetrack. A new one, because this one, as you can tell, the road is gone. The road is completely gone, so we need to redo it. It's already set up for a racetrack. I think it looks really nice as it is, and it has a nice little commercial area. So we just need to re-add the roads and the designs, and we should be good to go. As you can tell, it was part of a larger track. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, here we go. Kind of went like that. I was kind of thinking like the Nürburgring. I took inspiration from that. It's a little Grand Prix area mixed with a giant racetrack that goes out in the forest. Obviously, we couldn't have such a large track, but cool nonetheless. I'm just trying to think how we want to do this, because the road... Where'd it go? The road for this track is quite large. We need a racetrack first, which means we need to redo the road. So let's get working on that first. So obviously we got our facilities here to cover this whole area. Is this all one area? It is. Here's what we could do. We need to redo this interchange as well. This is just disgusting. Imagine trying to drive on this. That's insane. How could we do this? We could just make this a trumpet. I think that's what we'll do, honestly. I think we'll just make it a trumpet. So, let's go ahead and put on pause. And begin. Now we could probably move these power lines as well. Is loud, isn't it? There we go. How can we do this? Let's worry about power lines in a minute. Let's get our trumpet intersection down. Hmm. Well, the idea is, first off, this road is 6 lanes. Doesn't necessarily need to be 6 lanes. It could be a 4-laner. I'm not sure the trumpet's gonna work, so let's just scrap that idea and try something different. We're just gonna make it go straight up to where it needs to go and bypass that area. This whole area is disgusting. It looks like it was made by a 3-year-old. Oh boy. We'll fix that later. I'm gonna emphasize walking in this area. Not great, but it works. I guess we don't need this. After all. Perfect. Almost. Don't let any environmentalists know what we did here today. That was a dumb idea. Let's see, so we're going to need to use this area for that main building, which means all of these services need to move. We could just move them behind here. Well, that wasn't so difficult. And they're tucked in the trees. That's great. Let's fix the road. Okay, that is not what I thought would happen. But it's not bad. I think the greatest thing about all this is the fences. Oh yeah. So now we don't have to worry about people going off the edge. There's a barrier to stop them. I can't believe I never did this for this whole area. Much better. Much better. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Did we win? We did. Good. This is looking fantastic. Alright, so the roads are done. Now it's time to fix the actual racetrack itself. So, in order to do this properly, we need... where to go? We need a race HQ building, and it has to be placed. When it places, it will automatically place both a pit road and a racetrack. So we're going to place it right around here. Oh boy. Okay. We're not going to place it yet. We're going to fix the terrain first. Okay. Now we're going to place it right here. Good enough. Now, it comes with, again, a pit road and a racetrack. This racetrack is too wide for the track we have established, so we're going to have to figure that out anyways. We'll figure it out. What's a fact right now is we have the beginnings of a racetrack. So, first thing we need to do is just build the track. Take this road, make it curved if we need. We'll follow along with the terrain. We'll see what we can get into. interesting little kink we got here. I'm not sure if I dislike it. I think it's kind of cool. Come around here. Now we start going uphill. Oh, wow. Maybe we do some more up here. Put a little kink or something. I like it. It's got some nice stretches where you can kind of go full throttle, and then it's got some really tight kinks that you kind of have to be very technical about. I'm not sure if I like this a lot. Well, we can leave it and then figure it out later. Yeah. That's very steep. Oh yeah. Now comes the tricky part. We have to do this. See how it just doesn't work. Well, Racetrack, it was fun while it lasted. You were an honor to make. We'll try to keep you as stock as we can. It's sad. I put a lot. This Racetrack was so fun to make. Is this just a floating person? What am I looking at right here? You guys see that? It's like an orange thing in the middle of the screen. That's a person. This was the best part of the track too. What is this music? We're changing that, I'm sorry. There we go. I don't think a single thing is going to be able to be saved here. We're so close to the road too. If only they made a smaller racetrack, man. How are we gonna do this? Well, I suppose we could... start moving stuff. At the start, this is going to be the toughest part right here. I don't know how we're going to do that. I guess. If we could just get through this area, that little stretch, we are home free. I'm gonna press play too so we can get rid of this rain. Honestly, it looks like... No. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The only options I have are to cut this down to be less tight, go around it with the racetrack, honestly that doesn't seem like a bad idea. Let's just go around it. Let's make the track come around here. Then we can still have our little park, but it won't be, you know. Seems like the only thing I can think of. Can't split or merge it. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's just finish the track first. And then pit road. We need to finish this as well. I wish this rain would go away so we can actually see what we're making. It's not the prettiest track in the world, that's for sure. Not in the slightest. At least we figured out a problem to our street course. Or small, not street course, but our smaller course. All these blimps in the way. And they're incredibly loud. So, now that we have the road built, we're going to turn the rain off so we can actually see what we're doing. And we're going to turn daylight on too, so that we can also see what we're doing. We have everything built. We got to remember to give this thing some services. Now we can place pit roads, or pit boxes, pit stalls, whatever you want to call them, pit garages. That's the word. We could place them as close to it as we want without even using anarchy. Let's go ahead and place one or two. And then let's straighten them out because they're not. Make sure to give everything services. Oh right, the whole reason we pressed pause is because we needed power. Now everything is connected. But we need to give these guys power. We'll just use our little cheaty thing. Put this down here and just move it to where you can't see it. Perfect. And technically, just like that, we have a fully functional road course. Fully functional track. We can schedule events, we can check out everything we need. Put in some policies if we want, but there's no need. It's a 5.25 kilometer racetrack. We can change the color if we want to as well. For some reason I like the red for my the color red for my city, so we'll do a bright red. That's more pink. Let's get a real red. That's still pink looking, but it's okay. Now, obviously, this isn't it. We need grandstands. So, let's put some grandstands in. I'm gonna get rid of these lights as well. That's the floating person again. Now we're listening to Leprechaun music. That's cool. St. Patrick's Day was a couple days ago. Since garbage for some reason is not getting taken care of, we will put down a thing just for them. They're not even going for it. There we go. Okay. This track is looking really nice. I thought you had power. Next up on our list, more grandstand seating because this is not enough. Thinking about spectators and what they would witness. We don't want to mess up the aesthetics going uphill, I don't think. Maybe we put something right here so they can watch as they go uphill. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh well. So they can watch them go uphill, and then they can watch them come back downhill and fly past right about here. This will be where the final move is, so we want to give them exclusive seating to see the final overtake. Not the best seating in the world, but oh no, it looks alright to me. Maybe we get another one right here. We can pretty them up later. So you see the whole thing there. That's good. This is a great seat right here. Maybe we put some more over here. We could put them really close together too if we want. I'm not even using anarchy for this. Got a nice little rotating seating section here. Very nice. Yeah, this is a great seating section right here. You can see everything, almost. You can even see the spaceships up there. Should we put some up here? Yeah, we'll put some up here. Very nice. So our race HQ will tell us how many people we can seat. That's about 4,000. That's perfect for a small little section like this. And now we go into decorating. Each one of these need their own park path, which is why they say they're inaccessible. We also need to give them some services. So let me go in and do that really quick. Let's see. Now, because we have stadium seating on the inside and the outside, we have to put up a bridge. And because there's stadium seating in so many different areas, we might need to put up multiple. So, where can we put it without it ruining the aesthetic? We could put one over here, but that's a bit of a walk from parking, which is going to be over here. We could put it over here, but again, a bit of a walk. So if we put something over here, it would have to be away from those S's, otherwise it'll mess up the view. So like right here. I'm shocked it let us. I tried this before and it didn't let us put up yet because we needed the middle beam. But I guess it's just one too short. There's another walking person. Floating person, I mean. Right here. And right here. What is this music? Now this area is pit garages, so we don't want pedestrians to get over here. This area is kind of necessary to be reserved for pit crew and stuff like that, but we still want to sell the ability to go look, right? So we're kind of keeping it separate a little bit without going too far over there. I don't know why trash keeps piling up. Now let's make sure we get gas and electricity for all of our press boxes and spectators. Now normally water pipes and stuff like that would be under a road, but this is a racetrack. You don't want anything that could potentially affect a racetrack, so it wouldn't make any sense to put plumbing and such underneath a racetrack surface. Pit road is even a stretch, but we don't have much of a choice with the way it's set up currently. We'll need to cross under one more time. Now there's a lot of space in here, so it kind of isn't a bad idea to put some like buildings, like commercial buildings, in the center here. Look at this industrial park. Man, look at the traffic. We're gonna keep the power as far away as possible. Connect. I don't think it connected. There we go. Everything blue. Very good. Still having an issue with trash, but we'll figure it out. So, with the racetrack set up, even though it's not pretty and everything, let's at least get a race scheduled. We could do hypercars, circuit cruisers, which is just NASCAR, for some reason they call it that, and formula cars. Let's start with the hypercars. Something simple-ish. And let's make it a tier 3 race. We have enough pits for 16 cars. They'll do 5 laps, and the tickets can be $70 a piece. Pretty cheap for a grand opening. We will make that it goes based off the date in game, so we will do month 9. Month 8 is fine. And day 1. August 1st. Boom. We have our first race scheduled. It'll cost us $75,000, and whatever we make from that is profit. And we'll see people start driving. They'll drive to this building. It doesn't matter how much parking and stuff I have. They'll drive to that specific building. So we need to use this time to build some parking. Now, we have some flat area here, or area we can make flat here. We have a ton of parking right here, which we encourage people to walk always. And even though this game doesn't really require parking, I'm going to do parking because I want to make it as realistic as possible. So we're going to just kind of take a chunk out of this mountain, as you do. Pause so that it doesn't mess up anything, and redo this road. Perfect. And now we're going to do what real life racetracks do. And we're just going to get a dirt road. And boom. Now everyone can park along here. It's simple, but it works. And we will use some props. We will use some props to make that so. It could be fancy and just put up tires, but nah. I searched car, I don't know why it's pulling up jets. Okay, I'm getting bored. We're gonna do this later. Just take the idea that this is all parking right here, okay? That'll take forever, but just to pretend that this is full parking. As if there wasn't enough parking here. We'll put in a shed. For tickets. And then we will make it all, you know. There we go. Now it looks like it's actually been used as a parking lot. We'll worry about the rest and the detailing later. But for now, technically, we have a fully functioning racetrack. With parking and all. I think what we're going to do is put in a little bit more parking. Okay, that's church. I know I have it somewhere. Right here. Lots and lots and lots of parking. And we can connect this up to it. Booyah. Now lastly, we need the, as you can see, the pit lanes are starting to change colors, their tops are. That's because a team is selecting them for our race. We need to add a few more details. Firstly, we need to get rid of all the trees in the areas we're going to set up sand pits. Now we're going to set up a couple gravel pits just so that they have room to run off the track. Also to punish them if they go off course. We don't want any cheating. That looks good. Maybe a little more. Very good. Do we need another sand pit somewhere? Maybe up here. just to make it safer for the drivers. This music is weird. That's all for the sand pits. Next up, we need lighting so that we can race at night. So down here, we'll do the two-sided ones. It's really better to place these at night, so that way you know how bright they are. But we'll figure it out as we go. What is this? Is that a street light? Pedestrians can cross right here right now. That's cool. And then the best feature that this game added, barriers. We need to wrap the track with this. We're going to do metal barriers on this side, concrete barriers on this side. That way people don't jump the fence. That's the wrong way. That's not what I wanted. Very good. Very, very good. Forgot to connect these up here. So the race is about to start, so we are going to put it on pause so we can finish this track before the race. That way we can just enjoy the event. Nearly done. That is not at all what I had just intended to do. I hope we can fix that. Okay. Whew. That would have been very bad. It's still kind of steep. This music is inspirational. This looks ugly. I don't like it. Very good. Now we'll finish the fences. Now I know I can place it along the road, but I want to keep it as realistic as possible. Because in real life, they're not going to put these fences on every road. Or every section, I should say. Because fences are, well, they're barriers. And they interfere with the race if they don't let drivers reach their fullest potential or let them go off. So we're going to put them where we can, where necessary. Surround the track with them so nobody can get in, of course, but not in a way that obstructs the drivers from making tight turns or just racing. Perfect. Actually, just gonna cut that off, yeah. Boom. And the barriers will connect. Very good. And we're just going to stop spectators from coming in on this side entirely. That looks bad. Let me restart. And I think this needs to be gravel to prevent them from cutting the track right here. Race day is almost here. I don't know about you guys, but I am excited for our very first race at Kirbyville Raceway. Wrong way. This is some good music right here. This is city builder kind of music. Now, because it is coming down a very steep hill at a very fast pace, I'm going to put in a second layer of walls. Just to make sure we don't have any deaths on our hand. Wrong way. We can make it gravel. It's right here too. Not perfect, but it's good enough. Tire barrier, is that where you're not running headfirst into a steel wall, steel concrete wall? That would hurt if it didn't work out. Brake failure or something. That'd be the worst spot to do it. I mean, you could always just follow the track and then run into the tires and wall. Like right around here. It's a good thing we put them there, though. This tree is going to kill someone if we don't remove it. I think we need to remove all trees from within the fence. Alright, we can hear again. Alright, now we're good, I think. Oh, one more connection we gotta make. Perfect. I forgot one more. Okay. I think this, hopefully this is the last one. We should be good now. Track is completely barricaded off, so we hopefully won't have any pedestrians running on it. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. We could definitely work on the beautification of it here later, but what matters is that we have a fully functioning road course ready to go for our event that is in a couple minutes. As you can see, we got some fans starting to pile in. They're really taking advantage of this roadway here. We should probably put in a roundabout right here. We'll keep making their U-turns right there. I mean, you got these beautiful parking garages, but nobody wants to use it. They just want to not park there. I mean, you got this giant parking lot here too, but no one wants to use it. It's a good thing the subway system works. We didn't have to worry about that. We have, where is it? Somewhere over here we have a giant subway station right here. Yep. One thing I did forget, however, is a bridge to cross for pedestrians, or a tunnel rather. Again, I think that's one of those things we could just worry about later. We have our blimps out and about, ready to watch this outstanding race begin. One thing we didn't put down yet that I was waiting till the very end, camera stands. With these, we're able to just put down a little camera stand anywhere we want, click on it, spectate it, and watch the race from the camera. So we're going to put down a couple of these in good looking spots. So we got one right here. This would overlook the S's as they come through them. Oh, what a shot this is going to be. We'll see them all go through the S's here. And one thing we can do with the move it mod, we could elevate it. Like a lot. It won't look the most realistic, but it'll give us a much better view of the racing surface. That's so much better. And we'll put down another one, like right around here. We'll do the same thing. We'll just really elevate it, so we can see as they come around the bend. Those trees are not helpful to the view. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll worry about that later, because they are gridding up here in a short moment. There they are. All of them are LMP2s. We're gonna follow this guy right here. This is our guy to win. He is McManus Kane, and they're off. Let's see how they race on this amazing course. As unfortunately, Mejrico Maki has the lead right now. Our guy is not doing so hot. Didn't have a great start. They are 3 wide as they enter into the S's for the first time in Kirbyville Raceway history. Our guy is not looking so hot, but they're taking the S's strong. They are 3 wide right now. They're bumping and racing as they go through the grandstands area. After they complete the grandstands area, they have nothing but hill in front of them. I think they're going to be able to full throttle this whole section too right here. The pack starts to jumble up as our guy is now 5 wide. Passing another full grandstands right there that only seats a couple hundred people apparently, as they begin going up the hill on this insane ascent. I hope their engines have enough power to deal with that. There's a car up there that's swimming on land, which is odd. As now they approach uphill, they are going to go through the couple chicanes that they got here. This might be a good little passing area, as they are 4 wide, 2 cars inside of each other for some reason. Passing more grandstands here as they begin their descent down this ginormous hill for some reason. As our guy is currently making some ground, he's back up to 4th place. Wow, what a steep descent. They're all taking it very carefully though. They're not risking anything as our guy fell back. I think he was a little too scared of this descent. They're going to take their first right turn coming around towards the front stretch. We got one more stretch of patch of road here. I don't really know what they're called. Kind of S's, but it's not an S. As a blimp flies overhead, the Goodyear blimp, even though it's red. Our guy's drifting the wrong way as now he makes a move on the inside back up to 5th place as we take the well, not the checker flag, but we cross the start finish line for another lap. Cross under the pedestrian bridge as we begin going through the S's yet again. What a unique experience this is. Let's take a look at it from our camera right here as they go through the S's. What an angle this is. Wow. That's such a cool angle. That's a good one to keep. I like having cameras set up for the S's. This was cool. This was well worth it. Let's put up another camera so we can watch them. Let's put up one here. Set one up here. Let's elevate this one right quick. As they begin passing on their way uphill yet again. It's only 15 of these kinds of cars. God, that's such a steep hill. Okay, the leader is not able to handle it very well. What an outstanding course this is, though. I think this couldn't have been any better. Oh my gosh, what a hill. This crowd has an outstanding view right here. We're gonna see them here any moment. Here they are as they begin their trek down this insane hill. They're all hitting their brakes, scared to make a move. Our car, the car that we selected to win, is the only red car it looks like, and he is still mid-pack as our leader is just cruising on by with the win. They are lap, I think there's 5 laps, so they're 1 of 5 coming to 2 out of 5 with all the blimps going overhead. Everyone yielding to the traffic sign right here. Nice. Now as this grows, of course we'll have more spectators and whatnot. This one has 100 spectators and it actually looks full. That's really cool. Everyone's wearing red though, which is interesting. Gosh, imagine just wow. Just walking to your seats, you see this to your right. What a view. It's a lot of people too. So it's very productive. It's getting us lots of people. People standing are dramatically larger than the people sitting, but that's to be expected. We got 2 cars that are really falling behind from the group. We got a news helicopter flying over. You can see them all the way in the distance with this camera as they begin their trek uphill yet again on lap 3. It's not perfect. It is not perfect. You can tell a lot of them are floating as they go over certain areas, but it is all right. What a view this is, man. A lot of them jump through the ground too, even though it's like perfectly straight according to the slope mod, slope adjuster mod. Really quickly, I'm going to pause it because I want to get a view of this. It's like right here. Oh yeah. What a shot. Now, unfortunately, this is the fastest that they can go as well, which really bums. As you can tell, traffic is still really high. Everyone's coming out to see this race. Lots and lots and lots of spectators. We set the price at $70 a ticket, so hopefully we... Oh, that's cool. It provides us a live update of the race. A lot of people going to the infield, which is spectacular. Wonder where exactly they're going. A lot of them going right. Most of them going right. Some of them going straight though. Yeah, they're all going right for the grandstands, you know, right here that view the start-finish line. I think that makes the most sense. And then some of them are going right here for the pit entrance and the final turn. Also makes sense. The reason I faced them outward instead of inward is because, well, the seats don't cost much. At least that's how they do it in real life. The seats with the least visibility are the ones that end up costing the least. But you can still see the final turn, the battle into the final turn. Watch, that's where the wrecks are gonna happen. So it'll be worth it. You're not gonna see the end though, but I think it'd be worth it. Maybe to watch a lap or two. Our guy is just... Okay, there he is. Marcus Kane. As he glitches through the ground in 6th place right now. As they come... Are they coming to the white flag? To the... What is this guy? What is this? A floating car now. That's not supposed to happen. The driver, Majiro Maki for Mad Horse Racing, crosses the line with the white flag in the air, leading the group by several car lengths. As he begins to enter the S's, he is all on his own right now. Man, if I could put some grandstand seating out here, bro, that would be so cool. I wish it didn't lock to the road. If it didn't lock to the road, we would have so much fun with this. So much more fun. We're having a lot of fun already, but I could have so much more fun with placement of seating. Mad Horse driver just kind of driving away with this thing right now. The beautiful mountains off in the distance, man. To think on the other side of that is the biggest city you've ever seen in Cities Skylines. Of all of it. It's like its own area. This is what it was about, gentlemen. This is what everything was about. This whole city was built so that I could build a racetrack in a giant city, and this is what we have done. After all this time, it's not perfectly pretty, but after all this time, we finally have a beautiful racetrack that overlooks the town. You can kind of see it off in the distance, maybe a little bit over there in that valley. So we have just about everything we were wanting in this build done. As Mad Horse Racing comes down the hill for the last time, with white flag in the air, leading the field by several car lengths, as second place is battling. What a storybook ending it would be to the race. As he begins down the backstretch one final time. That's about what, 3-second gap? 3 or 4 second gap? Maybe 2-second gap? Something like that. As he rounds the final turn, whatever your name is for Mad Horse Racing wins the Kirbyville Grand Prix. Wow. What an experience. Fireworks going off. What an experience this was. So, we will have to make it so that we can put in some lighting on this racetrack, schedule some more events, pretty it up a little bit, get rid of the natural trees and make it look actually pretty. And I mean, even still, it's a gorgeous track, gorgeous performance, gorgeous overall. And just on the other side of the mountain, you got this amazing looking city. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was spectacular. Kirbyville Raceway is in Kirbyville city limits. Can we get a good little... Yeah, there we go. That's it. Now when we get the lights around this track, this specific angle is going to be beautiful at night. Minus the fire that's going on in the distance. We won't talk about that. But thank you so much for watching if you did. This was fun. I need to do some more of these. See you all in the next one.